Yo, what's up guys? It's H-Down here, and today I'm bringing you an overview of my new character I put together. It's a deck stack Deadeye. So it revolves around this claw, the Foulborn, Hand of Thought and Motion. It was nerfed for int stacking, but it was not touched for dex stacking. So as you can see, the lightning damage attacks with this weapon per 10 dexterity. You can now this league volatile vault orb that up to 15. So I did get a pretty nice claw here, and the character's kind of built around this. I'm also in this version running my S shield. For a more bossing content, you would want to run a Svalin. I have the Svalin set up. I've tested it. It's pretty good. But other than that, some basic things for dex stack are pretty obvious, like your normal dex amulet. You want a helical, a triple positive helical. I need a better helical, but this is what I have for now. These gloves are not great. I need to craft new ones, but I was just putting together the character for cheap. And then you've got your accuracy, lightning damage. The nice thing about this is we're not really stacking accuracy, but with dex stack you can take the mastery on the tree to get 3 accuracy per dex, which is a really nice boost to the build. Then of course we're running fractal thoughts, which is really nice for dex to get some multi, 15% dex. You also get a 80% cost multiplier. And then of course I've got the dex strength attribute. Headhunter with a high dex roll on it. So I'll end up getting a different belt at some point, but that's what it is. And then chest, there is no mirror version of a chest available. I had to craft this myself. I don't love crafting, so I settled pretty hard, but it's a decent chest. So then tree, basic tree. I'll post the POB below. I'm still working on optimal points here. Dex stacking. You know, obviously you're stacking dex nodes here with your brutal restraint. And then of course it's the same setup that I've been running on all my builds this league with the Lycia, where I go with my Venom Gyre. I go Unholy Trinity, Greater Devour, Soul Eater stacks are OP, Nightblade, Greater Fork, volatility. The nice thing about this versus like KB is you kind of have a built-in Nimmies. So Venom Gyre, the projectiles return to you. So you kind of get that built-in Nimmies from the gem, and so that allows you to keep your 2 ring slots for Dex. So I'm just going to quickly pop in a nice map. I've got a nice 8 modded map, full juice. You can see just real quick how the build plays. It's not fully optimized yet, but the advantages of this build over a KB build really are in the single target. So as you can see, the AoE is insane. It's just as good as KB. Depending on the map, it's actually better than KB. So, instantly kills everything. But I'll just go ahead and I'll just not worry about the altars. Let's see if we can get a boss so you can see how fast the bosses die here. So if you haven't played Venom Gyre, basically when the projectiles return to you, you stack them up and then you just dash and release them. Okay, so we got a boss, so we'll see how this dies. Oh, I never saw him. Here's another one. So you can just dash. So, pretty good, right? Just as good as AoE as KB, but the advantage is that you can boss with it. So I can do uber bosses, even with the Nest Shield version. I've done all the uber bosses just to test it, make sure it works. But of course you would want to go Svalin if you're really trying to do some optimal boss. Yeah, I don't even see these bosses. They die so fast. So, tooltip DPS right now doesn't even show. It's so high. It's in the multiple millions. So yeah, that's the character. It's pretty good. I really like it. I still need to min-max it because there's no mirror chest that exists, and I need abyssal socket gloves, and I really need a better set of boots. But right now, in its current form, it's probably about half the price of a min-max KB build, and it's more damage. So really like this build. Let's go. Just go to town. We'll finish up the map. Yeah. So, anyways, that's the build. Yeah, instantly kills every breach. Easy. We'll end the delirium and go to town. So I'll pull up the POB. Just one final thought on the POB. So we do have a lot to kind of play around with. Like I'm capping suppress. You don't really need to cap suppress. I kind of have it at like 90k EHP, which is fine for content of kind of map bossing with with the headhunter, right? Like his headhunter's a lot of defensive. One thing I am going. So this is my aura setup. Enlighten, right? But then I'm going Purity of Elements, Wrath, and Haste. Purity of Elements is really good because there's a lot of attribute jewels. So you don't want to use up a jewel slot with Ancestral Vision to ailment cap. And you also don't have a ton of elemental resist because all of your suffixes have dext. Like there's dext on every piece of gear basically, so that takes up a suffix slot. And so you're pretty short on suffixes. So instead of going a sublime, I decided to just go a triple aura setup. The Wrath really doesn't do much except for when you're beginning to ramp. I mean, at a certain point, the Wrath almost does nothing. What I'm actually using the Wrath for here is my Watcher's Eye. I got this Watcher's Eye. This is the perfect Watcher's Eye that I was going for. I don't have room in my build for a cluster jewel notable for Energy Leech, and I wanted to get Energy Leech. So I got the Wrath Aura to get the lightning damage leech as energy shield, and then of course I'm running haste, so I've got the phasing there, and then I've got a perfect 50% chaos res roll. So that, as you can see, I'm fully capped on my chaos res. So pretty good build. Still lots of room for improvement, but I hope you like it, and I'll talk to you guys later.